Well, after days of silence, finally Sheikh Hasina, the former Bangladesh leader, has finally broken her silence. And in a first statement, which she has issued to Economic Times, she makes some huge clarifications, but also a big charge. One of the biggest charges that she's made is to explain the reason behind why her government fell in Bangladesh and she was forced to flee and take refuge in India. Well, she's blamed and clearly pointed her finger at the deep state of United States. What she said is that they wanted a Saint Martin Island, would have given them an entry into the Bay of Bengal area, and that would have made not just Bangladesh but also India vulnerable. So essentially she's talking about a foreign hand or an outsider presence or responsibility or hand behind her exit. Now, it's interesting to remember that during the all-party meeting which was held inside the parliament, this was a question which was asked by the External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar, especially by Rahul Gandhi, that could there be an outside hand. At that point of time, he had said, I don't rule out the possibility. There have been many theories and speculations that was it an axis of China and Pakistan which seemed to have ensured the fall of the Sheikh Hasina government. She was seen as a friendly neighbor, for example, of India, and those enemies of India or those who don't want India to rise were perhaps the ones who wanted her to go away and to bring in a government which was clearly known for its anti-India rhetoric or would lead to instability or fundamentalism in our neighborhood, which does not augur well for us. Now, with this kind of a googly and point which has been put forward by Sheikh Hasina, they are alarming signs. We'll have to see what kind of a response starts coming in from America, but they've clearly for now have completely shirked off every responsibility to make the point that we don't meddle in the internal affairs of other countries, and certainly not in the case of Bangladesh. But in case these charges prove to be true, in case she's able to substantiate it, then these are very warning signs. On one hand, India's worst fears can come true, that our enemies across the border, those who are not exactly our friends, our detractors and opponents, are the ones who are trying to create an unstable or political instability in and around India. You know, at this point of time, if we look at the kind of our neighbors, whether it's Afghanistan, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and now of course Bangladesh, they are all known for their political instability, and that does not give out a very good sign as far as India's diplomacy and our internal politics is concerned. We know that, for example, Bengal, Tripura shares a porous and non-porous border with Bangladesh, which is why we will be worried about whatever developments take place there. But Sheikh Hasina's comment to Economic Times, where she says that this is yet another muscle flexing, an attempt being made by a superpower to try and have control over an area which could have its deep impact on countries like Bangladesh and India, is a worrying sign. We also have to wait to see what kind of a statement starts coming in from the Indian side. But so far, the External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has not completely ruled out an outside hand behind the exit of Sheikh Hasina.